this is Leslie Kuster, and the purpose of these videos is to help you become more and more successful as an entrepreneur and an online entrepreneur. I have my own business called Back From Bali, where I manufacture women's clothing and I sell it on Amazon and my website. And the purpose of these videos is to share with you tips and ideas for success because it has been so empowering for me. I am going to start speaking over the next few videos on a topic that I think is so crucial to women in particular, and that has to do about money, 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 money. The days are so over for women to depend on men for money. They are so over for creating any sense of confidence because your husband or your partner earns a certain amount or has a certain status in their job. Now, the reason why I'm really speaking about this is because I still think there are women out there, especially women my age or even younger than me, who still are defining themselves in their lives by the worth and the status of their own partners. And it has taken me a long time to create my own wealth, but now that I have, there is nothing better than the feeling of empowerment of creating your own money. Now, I grew up in an attitude about money that kind of went like this. My mother, I still remember this so well, when I was about 15 years old and we were in a car together, and I remember her telling me to always take a certain percentage of money from my husband or to-be and to hide it. So I always would have my own money. So I was never raised really with the idea that I should be creating my own money so I don't have to actually hide part of the money, but I wasn't, because that wasn't the belief system that I grew up with. And I remember when I first got married to my first husband, I remember making him promise me that he will make $100,000 a year. Now, I didn't even think maybe I should promise myself to make $100,000 a year. It wasn't even in my stratosphere of thinking in those ways at a time. And this is so important. My friends who have been dependent on their husbands for money and status, for the most part, have been very unhappy with this decision that they've made. Because money gives us power, and money gives us a sense of independence. And even though many women feel that their contribution as a wife or a mother or whatever contributed to the money the husband has made, and it is 100% true that you have, but there is still nothing like having your own. You're still somewhat dependent on somebody else for that money and for that status and for that independence. So I encourage you to think about this and to think about, are you independent? Do you create your own money? What is your belief systems about money? What are you teaching your children about money? I don't think this is much as an issue any longer for the women who are in their 20s and in their late teens. I think now women are thinking like, of course I'm going to work, of course I'm going to make money. So this is really changing. But there's still a lot of women out there who do not think in this way, and I want to encourage you to do so. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think of this. Share it with somebody you think this might help, and I will see you on the next video.